Boom. All right. So, you saw the title of this video, and you know what's about to be happening. Check it out. I saw Project Hail Mary. What did I think about it? Well, let's talk about this. It's directed by Phil Lord and George Miller. So that's one thing. I don't know who those guys are. As someone who goes to the movies as much as I do, trust me, maybe it matters, maybe it doesn't, but I will tell you this. It's not a terrible movie. It's pretty damn good if you're into a non-action sci-fi. Like, I'm an action guy. You gotta understand. I love my Jason Statham movies. I love my John Wicks, Marvel, DC. Anything action, anything bloody, anything gory, anything, balls to the wall that's fun and action-packed, I'm in. Or with a good story. So far, this movie had a good story, good premise. Ryan Gosling has a tendency to play as like the lovable loser, but also the lovable kind of just common everyday guy that's like quirky and weird and common. And it's about the story of the common guy trying to save the world, because in this world, on this earth, the sun is dying. So he needs to get a certain material from somewhere, I think, because when it comes to these movies, I'm not the most smartest guy in the world. I had to pay attention. Literally, I was with my friend, and we were looking at the movie. We were like saying, what is the premise of this movie again? Like, it's very easy to get lost at times, especially if you're not paying attention and you're just like throwing popcorn at each other and fucking around. But I will say this, Ryan Gosling as an actor, because I've seen him in Blade Runner. I see clips of him in that song where he's dancing with this girl, and he looks kind of like he's always dying. He looks like he's always like on his last leg. Maybe that's Ryan Gosling's acting, but Ryan Gosling was Ryan Gosling. He was good in this movie. I didn't see the trailers, but this pet alien that he meets, this pet rock, this spider rock that he meets is really cute. It wants to communicate with him. They do this little language barrier thing where they start communicating with each other through interpretive dancing or sign languages, and then it upgrades later on where they start translating what the rock is saying through a computer. And Ryan Gosling now can communicate with this creature, and then the creature wants to help him. It turns out the creature's son is also the creature's, I can't even fucking speak right now. The creature's son on his planet is also dying. So Ryan Gosling and this rock creature want to basically help each other because they have the same goal. And I'm just like, okay, boom. But here's the thing. As a guy like me, right? These movies aren't for me. These movies are made for people that enjoy Star Trek. These movies are made for people that want like a Martian or interstellar type of journey where the visuals are gorgeous. The fate of the world is on Ryan Gosling. And I'll tell you, it's very claustrophobic watching some of these movies. Maybe that's just me, but I get pretty damn claustrophobic. Like, I really do. And maybe it's because of like the shots and the angles that you feel like you are in this crushed space in such a little area, and it's just Ryan Gosling. There's no other actors. I don't want to spoil what happens to the other actors in the movie and the characters, but I will say this, it's him and this pet rock, and this pet rock is kind of cute. He's helping him along, he's showing him the ropes on certain things and teaching him about some of his culture, and Ryan Gosling's teaching the rock about his culture, and it's just like, okay, this is cute. And then like there's a certain part of the movie where it's the very end, I'm not going to spoil it, and you're like, oh, so that's what Ryan Gosling decides to do. His character's name is Grace. It's like something Grace. I couldn't get a hold of the main character's name, but I'm just going to call him Ryan Gosling because it's Ryan Gosling playing Ryan Gosling. We know this. But I will say, the movie was cute. The movie, it does pull on the heartstrings. It does get you emotional, especially when Ryan Gosling is about to be very emotional in certain points. It pulls on your heartstrings. It makes you want to get emotional. It makes you just want to tear up and say, what the heck is going on? Like, is this really happening right now? And, they pull on your heartstrings a few moments in this movie, and you're like, wow, like this could be it. Is Ryan Gosling going to get home while he's stuck in space? Is he ever going to go home? Is he ever going to do this? Is he ever going to do that? Like, what is the main process going through this guy's mind? And he shows it with his acting. He doesn't show it by telling. He shows it with his acting, and his acting is pretty damn stellar. Like, it's one of the best I've seen in a long time. So Ryan Gosling, he eats this fucking film up. So it's a good film. Is it my type of film though? Would I watch it again? It's cute, especially with the pet rock and dancing with him and interacting with him and figuring out this material that they need. But it's not my film. It's not a film that I would go and rewatch again because it's not for Logan. You know what I'm saying? But for everyone else that I think wants a cute little, human with alien story, not no type of ET stuff, I think you'd have a good time. Okay, I think this is a movie is like a 7 or 8 out of 10. It's in that realm. I give it like that because I give it that rating because there's no action. There's only one really scene that you're like left, like, whoa, is he gonna be okay? But you always know Ryan Gosling's gonna be okay. Like, I always thought in this movie something else is gonna happen to another character. I'm like, oh, okay, so it did, but then something else happens. So without spoiling too much, it's a good film. If you want to get lost in it, you want to get take a friend, sure. It's better than Mario. Mario, but if you ask me, what would you rather see? I'm going to say Mario because I'm a Mario fan. So maybe I'm more biased towards Mario, but I'm just trying to, save the best bang for your buck. You could wait for on streaming. It's not the best movie in the world. There is an interesting story while he's on the Earth, and they're basically forcing him because he is I think a biology teacher, or like a science teacher. I wasn't paying attention too much to what type of teacher he was, but he did have students, and the government basically comes up to him and is like, hey, listen, we need you to save our son. You're the only man to do it. And Ryan Gosling's pretty much like, I don't know. I don't really want to go. This is a bit dangerous mission. I could die. And it's like, you'll see later on if you watch the film why it's pretty interesting how he gets there and why he goes. And it's very interesting, the ending. Very interesting. But overall, not a bad film. It's okay. It's okay to pretty good. It's just not my film. It's not something that I will consistently want to go see. But again, if it's for you, it's for you. Otherwise than that, that's my review. 7 or 8 out of 10. I'm leaning more towards the 8, 7.5. So that's what I'm kind of like in between two. It's definitely not like below a 7. It's good, but it's not in that realm of like wow factor. It's been done before. We've seen this movie before. It's just told a little differently. But otherwise than that, have a gorgeous day. Go to the gym, do what you got to do, and have a beautiful day.